Hello, people from YouTube. My name is Ricardo. I'll be a host for today. I'm not a teacher, just a host. Uh, my purpose from today is try to let the conversation more fluently, let the things not easier, but it's better to understand in the, yeah. So Talk and Talk is a language platform besides English. That's immersion for today. There are Italian from my friend Aurelio, uh, Spanish, French. So our intention is let the conversation better and make friends too. That's a great opportunity for us. Know new people and learning English and the another things at the same time. So uh, just to let uh, say some things about me. My name is Ricardo. I live at São Vicente. It's the first city of Brazil, one of the capitanias hereditárias from the English class. Oh, history class actually. I'm married. I have a daughter. I have two little friends. My cats Kinji and Pudim. I'm here, like you guys, try to learn English. Please, Josiane, could you introduce yourself?
Yes. Good morning. I'm Josiane. I am 34 years old. I live in Juiz de Fora. I am teacher physical education.
No, that's nice.
I lesson in school in Juiz de Fora,
Great.
and I am the town Exaltal in Minas, but I live in Juiz de Fora mais de 10 years. It is.
Great. Thanks, Josiane. How about you, Lucas? Can you introduce yourself?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Lucas. I'm 39 years old. I am an administrative assistant at Unicamp. I am married. In my free time, I enjoy reading self-help books and watching soccer games. I
Great.
live in Campinas, São Paulo, and it is my fifth time on Talk and Talks. That's it.
Perfect. That's wonderful. My friend Aurelio, go ahead, please.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Aurelio. I'm Italian 100%. I was born in Italy. I live in Italy. And I started, this is so beautiful. I started to do a meeting here on Talk and Talk 5 years ago.
Oh,
And
great.
now I'm over 1,000 meetings in three different languages. Yes, I also for the English meeting, I also for the Italian meeting. I do a Spanish meeting, and because here on Talk and Talk, if it's possible, I'm always present because I study English, I study Spanish, and recently I started to study Chinese with other person, not here in Talk and Talk. And
Perfect.
for me, Talk and Talk is an incredible place because I have the opportunity to speak in a different language and improve my fluency. And because in the same way, I have the opportunity to sharing the different experiences. And I think that is good. And I love Talk and Talk. That's it, guys.
Perfect, my friend. Thanks a lot. How about you, Giselle?
Good morning, everyone. I am Gesiel. I am 35 years old. I live in Picos, Piauí. Um, I work as a software engineer and as a teacher in a federal institute.
Great.
And I started in this platform this week on Monday, and I like
Great.
it.
Perfect, my friend. Thanks a lot. And the last, not the least, Mr. Lander. You're muted, my friend. Lander, you are muted. I believe. Are you listening well, Lander? Tá me ouvindo bem, Lander? Tu tá mutado aí, ó. Isso, perfeito.
Okay. I'm Leder from Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais. I'm accountant. I'm 42 years old. Um, I I in the talk and talk to improve my English.
Great.
I have some proximity to the language, but I think my conversation is not so good. So
You are a work in progress, my friend. Você é um trabalho em
yes,
andamento, vai melhorando, assim como todo mundo,
yeah,
inclusive como eu também, né? Que eu tô aqui no papel de host, não de professor, até porque todos os professores também são alunos, né? Bom, apenas pequenas dicas. Normalmente a gente tem esse combinado, né? É uma coisa boba, mas acho importante assim no sentido de deixar a conversa mais fluida, que a pessoa vai, responde a pergunta, leia, responde a pergunta, escolhe a próxima e assim vai. E quando chegar a última, passa a próxima pergunta, leia, responde, aí vai indo para todo mundo e assim vai. É uma coisa que acaba ajudando um pouco assim para otimizar o tempo, né? Principalmente que tem bastante gente na sala. Bom, eu vou primeiramente ler e responder a primeira e vou passar a próxima pessoa e assim vamos seguindo aí. E fiquem à vontade, se porventura eu penso assim, né? Uma coisa que às vezes assim, por exemplo, eu gosto de jogar bola. Aí você não sabe como que é por acaso bola. Aí você fala, é, primeira vez você tenta, I want to play ball. Aí não vem aquela palavra, dá branco, é normal, né? Relaxa que acontece mesmo. Então você fala, I want to play bola. Tranquilo, entendeu? E segue. Agora, se não tiver jeito, não tem condições mesmo, você vai falando em português, mas assim, é importante você chegar um momento e falar, peraí, já deu, agora eu vou voltar para o inglês. Mesmo que tropece, porque é assim mesmo, né? Faz parte do processo, entendeu? Não tem nenhum tipo de problema quanto a isso, entendeu? Mas, assim como também, pô, como é que fala aquela palavra em inglês? Não tem problema nenhum, fica à vontade. Pode ser feita a pergunta em português ou inglês, lógico, naturalmente sempre brisando pela inglês. So let's press the tap button and the question number one. What does take risks mean to you personally? Uh, well, uh, there are different profiles and different perspectives. Every single person in our world have difference. So I used to say, example, for example, twin brothers. They have the same parents, were born in the same house, and it's almost in the exactly moment. They grew up together. They study in the same school, play with the same toys, uh, have the same friends, and suddenly they became adults and completely different. So one of them, for example, love radical sports, and another just think about it is became terrified. So in this case, uh, I believe that you have to assume risks, but pay attention in your own perspective. So respect each other, respect on person, because sometimes that's weird. Because, for example, for a person specifically could make a speech in front of 1,000 people in the audience, suddenly another situation is sound like easier. For example, talking to a girl could be a so stressful situation. So I believe that unfortunately or not is necessary and some certain risks in our life. Because if you don't take this kind of situation, normally you don't have any kind of progress. You normally each person have on goals and the path between the source until reach some goals is necessary and some risks. So in this case, it's good you uh, request help for your family, your close friends or not, but in certain aspects, it's necessary to live your own life because is at the end is regarding on own lives, on perspectives. That's it. How about you, Josiane?
So, I think take a risk, and I am begin open a new experiences and independente, né? What you do have to do, and I consider some changes a risky, and my life is very movimentada, and I move in a new city with 16 years old. So my I live in vários challenges, desafios
Yeah,
along my life, and I don't see risk with ruim, but with challenge que nos faz crescer, que nos faz amadurecer.
perfect. I couldn't agree more. How about you, Lucas?
For me, when it's coming to business, taking risks means putting something on the line. For example, leaving a stable job to start our own business. That is the kind of risk I think about. That's it.
Great, my friend. Please, Lander, could you answer this question?
I really, I really think the take risk is a little terrified for me. I I need a little um, more solid situations, but take risks is necessary for the life. The change is important because the change of job, the change of your life, the change of your mood is important. Um, because of that, I think the take risk is very important. But what I say, for me, is a little terrifying because
Yeah,
I want the situation, the environment, as I know.
yeah. Perfect, my friend.
That's it.
Perfect. How about you, Giselle?
I believe taking risk is a part of the life, of a life. Uh, I think we need taking risks for personal and professional growth. Uh, I like to take a risk in a professional area and like it changing a job. Um, but in a personal life, about activities, exercise, I don't take in risks. I am sometimes I'm taking a calculated risk, but I think I am how can I say uh, artful. I have afraid of some things in personal life.
Thanks a lot, Gesiel. How about you, Aurelio?
Yes, for me, it means doing something that is out of the ordinary, and that it could cause to me problem in the near future. But I think that is so necessary for us to do the risk, because in this way we can improve our life, or eventually our life in the work environment. But I think that it is important to try to search other solution, to do other risk, because in this way you can improve. If you don't risk, you can improve your life or your person or your situation in the work. And for me, it's so important. It's part of our life, and is important to risk, because only in this way you can improve in a different ways.
Great, my friend. Please, could you choose another question?
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
okay. I'm sorry. Now, because before you explained it in Portuguese, I imagine, but I don't understand nothing. There is
Don't
no
worry, my friend.
problem.
Don't
Yes.
worry.
For me, question number 2. Can you
Okay,
think, I read the question. Can you
sure.
think of a time when taking a risk made your happier? But in my case, I replay so fast. In my case, when I discovered Talk and Talk, because in that moment I did English meeting here in Italy, but the situation is so different, because here in Italy, the English meeting for me, it was so easy, because I stayed together all other Italian people, and during the discussion, during the meeting, if I have the problem, I can ask other people regarding my problem. When I discovered Talk and Talk, the situation is so different. In fact, I remember the first time I saw terrified, because in that moment I think, yes, I'm here for an English meeting, but my English level is so low, and if I have a problem, no one can help me, because they don't understand the Italian meeting. But I risk, I try, and nowadays I'm so happy, because my English fluency is grew up a lot. Unfortunately, with this choice, I delayed the English meeting here in Italy, and if it's possible, every day I'm here present in the Talk and Talk, because in my opinion, I told this before, is the best solution in this situation. If I don't risk 5 years ago, probably nowadays my English level is the same. But now I try every days, if I can, I do a English meeting, and in this way I try to improve always my fluency and my ability to speak in English or in other languages. That's it.
Great. Uh, choose another person, please, Aurelio.
Yes, yes, Lucas, please, is your turn now.
Thank you. And when I was about 14 or 15, I started trying to become a soccer player. I used to travel alone to nearby cities to look for opportunities in local teams. It made me happy. I knew there was no guarantee I would do success, but I really enjoy it. That's it.
Great, my friend. Choose another player.
And, and you, Lander?
a little more, a little lost for the question. Can you think
A
of a time
ideia é
when the
você.
risk management
Como é
happened?
que era a época que você assumia riscos lá atrás? Como é que foi para você essa experiência, né, de assumir os riscos naquele tempo que você assumia riscos? Você acha que isso fazia você mais feliz ou não?
I think a little impulsive in my take risks in the past. Now I just more organization, programmation. But in the past is a very impulsive. Take risks is for me in the past just opportunity. I think example, for example, my marriage in 2010. Um, my decision is take 2 months. Uh,
Uau,
3 months before I met my girlfriend. So it's very quickly.
yeah,
Um,
certainly.
but yes, I know each other in October 2008. In married in July 2010.
Uau,
But in January 2009, all the dates about the marriage is definite. But is make me happy. In the work, for example, I'm a person. Uh, I have a difficult to say no because of that. Sometimes a very uh, fulfill of work. So it's not so happy, but uh, take me some advantages with my colleagues, with my experience, with um, my capacity, and demonstrate this difference for all the team, for all the leadership.
yeah,
So it's an example for the take risks make me happy, but is not uh, is not decision makes think about it. Just just go.
yeah.
That's it.
Uh, Giselle, please.
Hmm. Yes, for example, recently, uh, about two months ago, I took a leave from my job to work on an international project. I
Wow,
am a, I was a, I am a professor, a public professor, and I take a, what can I say? I took a license. I don't know if I license for 1 year to work in an international project. It was a challenging experience for me. In the same time, that's made me happy and motivated to work in this project.
great. Josiane, please.
Yes, I agree with Aurelio, and the take one minute. Take risk. English is a take risk with me too. And another experience, and I did a challenge program in Portugal during my undergraduate.
Yeah.
And this moment was very happy and enriquecedor for me, both personality and professional. And this moment is very, very important with me. And I considered with a very, very, very risky, because I was 23 years, 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was very nova and for experience international, and it's very I had very happy with this.
Yeah. Perfect. About me, I couldn't say two experiences. I try to don't say too much, but I remember I start my college when I was not so young. I got in my college when I was 35 years old, and my fathers said me, okay, choose a path, choose a career, and I help you. So it's not exactly an opportunity to uh, don't don't enjoy and don't take it. So because yes, he's regarding my life, and my, my wife wanted to became pregnant, and the things occurs at the same time. And I remember in my job, that's weird. Sounded like a lie, but on this year, in the same year, I made 800 extra hours in my job. So I it sounded like 7, 6 or 7 months that regarding my current shift. So in this case, I wake up 6 and 6 a.m. and come back to my house 11 p.m. And at weekends I work too. So and there is classes Saturday morning too, and sometimes I became awake for 30, 31 years, 31 hours. A lot of times, a lot of times I became awake for 30 hours, 25 hours, I don't know. So in another occasion, I would like to say I was employed 2017. Yeah. And I received a proposal to work at Chile during a month. So the guy made a call for me, and say, okay, my friend, you would like to work during a month in Chile? Uh, it's not necessary answer now. I call again in 1 hour. So I have to answer in an hour, and it was a Wednesday, and I was working at Chile in 4 days, I believe. Uh, So that's two situations, and yeah, thinking now is better It's better, but it's hard. So yeah, sometimes it's necessary. So let me choose another question. Do you believe happiness requires stepping outside for our comfort zone? Why or not? First time, first of all, I'd like to say comfort zone is different, in my opinion, from a lazy situation. Not all the time. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes you working during your life to reach some condition. So, uh, for example, I worked and studied uh, a lot of times, 20 hours a day. And I work at the weekends. I work on holidays, Christmas, New Year's Eve, a lot of times. So in this case, I reach another condition. It's better. uh, So, but for some people, could you say, oh, you are in a comfort zone? So not exactly, in my opinion. And yeah, there are some situations that's sometimes it's harder. You became in a comfort zone than, for example, some risks and try to change because it's hard and you feel fear all the time. So in this case, you have to try to focus on some dream or something that you means to you, something big or good. That's it. Please, Josiane, could you answer this question? Two, number three.
Yes. And I agree with you. The comfort zone is not easy, but I think the and more stabilization, more routine in the comfort zone, and I think the risk happen in the movement, in different movement of a comfort zone, and I think is more. This is the comfort zone is not easy, but and I believe risky happy in different moment of comfort zone. It is.
Great, Josiane. How about you, Lender? Could you answer, please?
Yes. I'm gonna talk about taking risks falls apart now because I think it is very important to take on your responsibility so that we can grow. As the saying goes, out of the sight, out of mind. You understand?
Yeah,
That's it. No, no more.
great. How about you, Josiel?
I believe happiness comes from a balance between staying in your comfort zone, um, like you said, Carlos, and where you feel safe and confident. Sometimes in our life we need this,
Yeah,
stay in comfort zone because living in a can I say in a running every time is so complicated. Yeah. Sometimes we need to work a lot, uh,
yeah,
but we need to stay stop this running and stay more calm, more comfortable. Uh, but I believe that's it. It's a balance between staying in comfort zone and stepping in. Sometimes we need stepping outside of it to grow, learn, and take new challenges. It's a That's it, I believe.
Great, my friend. How about you, Aurelio?
I think regarding this question, and I think that this question is so hard. This because I think it's not necessary to getting out your comfort zone. And the same, yes, you can risk to change your situation, but in this way is not very you aren't sure to find your happiness. I think that in the reality is so important that you are a positive person. In example, in my case, I'm a very positive person, and I search in every situation, bad situation or strange situation. I search always the best thing in this moment in that situation, and because I think that there are always the beautiful situation and the part of the bad situation. And I think if you stay always positive and you stay always happiness, you have the possibility to find all happiness necessary for your life. Example, I'm a very positive person. Different, my brother is very he is the opposite. For him, the life is always terrible. All situation is terrible, and every time I suggested to him search the best solution, the best thing in your bad situation, because only in this way you can stay happiness. But my brother is a very negative person. Him doesn't find the happiness in nothing solution. For this reason, I think yes, you can find your happiness in your comfort zone if you stay satisfied and if you prefer to avoid a strange situation. But I think that in this way, your life is like boring. But if you search to improve your life, your particular situation, you can find always the best, and in this way you can stay happiness with yourself and other people. Yeah, I think that is so important that you stay happiness and happy with yourself, and after you can improve your happiness with other people. I think is this is my opinion. Probably the other people think in another way, but I'm so happy, and I think that is so important. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Comfort zone is not that good or not. So, how about you, Lucas?
In my opinion, especially when it comes to business, I think the answer yes. If you are looking for happiness and success in your career, at some point you will need to step out of your comfort zone to achieve more. That's it.
Okay, okay, buddy. So, well, don't have enough time to answer a lot of questions. So in this case, I move to the question number 8. My opinion is a curious uh, question. Number 8 is how do you balance security and the desire for happiness? So, ah, I could mention, uh, yeah, sometimes is, for example, in that time when I work uh, much more time, it's not hard or not. It's different, in my opinion. Uh, And yeah, I don't have enough time to, uh, for example, enjoy my family. So in this case, I assume some risk, uh, but in that time, I may feel in a comfort zone. and it's so hard to become on that situation, because that's weird, né? Oh, how you work and study during 20 hours per day, and you think regard this a comfort zone. It's not exactly a comfort zone, né? So it's a terrible zone. But in that time, I think this way. No, I'm not a comfort zone. So in this case, it's necessary to therapy, know ourselves better to understand, to really understand the situation. So because sometimes the life could bring us uh, a perspective, and this perspective is not real. So it's important to understand and analyze well. So Josiane, please.
Yes. So, with me, I think that each moment in life requires different decisions. Sometimes we must take risk, and sometimes we must stay calm. And more important with me is enjoy the moment.
Yes,
And because life is not just conquistar different things, but enjoy the things was conquistado. I think
perfect,
this.
perfect. Lucas, please.
Thinking again about business, I believe that every time you want to improve your inventory safety should be considerate, but it shouldn't be the final deciding factor. That's it.
Lander, please.
I Adam unmuted my my
Don't
PC.
worry. Happen a lot of things. All of people.
Okay. About the question, I try to plan and assess the risks, try to be prepared for the new challenge, and that I believe will bring me more happiness. But in general, just treat the new as a good thing. This is what I think about the the thing is make me happy. Prepare and positive positive uh, positive way. I don't have I don't have the word, mas pensamento positivo. That's it.
Positive thought could be. And you, Giselle.
Oh, I believe it's possible to meeting both. We can feel security while also pursuing the thing that make us happy. I think I can be security and happiness in the same time. I don't see as a one or other. I think it's possible to get both in the same time.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes we can uh, taking risks in for more happiness. But in general, I think both is possible.
Great. Aurelio, please.
Yes, the first impression is that this question is so easy, but for me it's always hard because yeah, yes, for me the main things in my life is to be always happy, because if you stay happy all the life is perfect.
Yeah.
But in the same times, I'm a person that I like to risk because only in this way I can improve my life, my situation. Example, nowadays I work in a company where we built a chain, sell the chains, and I don't have a beautiful situation with my boss because we are the opposite. In my opinion, my boss is a really bad person, and
Take care, né? Transmit your tubing.
no, yes. No, because I'm a person that I like to sharing my point of view.
Sure.
It's not a problem for me if you are agree with me or you aren't agree. But in
Yeah.
my occasion is so important, and for this reason, my boss don't see me in a good way. But for me, it's not a problem. Yes, it's possible that in this way him fire me, but for me it's not a problem. For me it's important. I stay very well in this company. My colleagues are very incredible person, and the work is so interesting, but I haven't a good relation with my boss. For this reason, if there is something that is not good for me or I don't like, I speak with my boss honesty, and this is it's not good because sometimes my colleagues told me, Aurelio, use the attention because in this way your situation is not the best. You risk to fire that the boss fire to you, but I haven't interesting because for me, if you speak honesty, I stay happy and I stay quiet. I haven't a problem. Eventually, I can find.
Yeah.
Other job in other places in another company. That's
Yeah.
it.
Great. Well, we don't have enough time. Let me say goodbye from people from YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Bye, people from